In 2022, the world continued to confront innumerable challenges in the promotion of peace and the protection of human rights. From the thousands of people arbitrarily detained for challenging Myanmar's military, to women and girls whose rights were being stripped away in Afghanistan, and active conflicts in Ethiopia, Yemen, and elsewhere, countless populations around the world were facing the threat of mass atrocity crimes, with only limited reaction from the international community. Then, in February, Russia's invasion of Ukraine sent shockwaves through the international system, spurring an unmatched and widespread response at the UN and beyond. Despite these challenges and shortcomings, we at the Global Center for the Responsibility to Protect have continued to fulfill our mandate to influence the international community and act to better protect vulnerable populations. As the world's attention mobilized around Ukraine, we sought ways to garner a similar, comprehensive response for populations seemingly abandoned to their fate. Following joint advocacy with our partners and colleagues, the UN Human Rights Council renewed the essential investigative mechanisms for Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Venezuela. In New York, we continued to work on establishing a mechanism for Syria's disappeared. We also explored innovative ways to ensure accountability and end impunity for atrocities in the Central African Republic, Yemen, and more, while working closely with communities affected by atrocities in Myanmar, Syria, and Venezuela to amplify their voices to policymakers. Throughout the year, the Global Center shared our analysis on more than 30 countries. We convened experts to discuss cross-cutting agendas like justice and accountability, gender and atrocity prevention, the role of youth in preventing atrocities, and more. The Global Center also launched its first series of courses on atrocity prevention and the Universal Periodic Review. Through our podcast, we shared the voices of atrocity prevention experts and human rights defenders with thousands of people around the world. And after 2 unparalleled years of remote operations, we welcome the opportunity to host the 10th annual meeting of the Global Network of R2P Focal Points in person in Washington, D.C., as well as workshops on UN human rights mechanisms and atrocity prevention in Geneva. As 2022 comes to an end, we are incredibly grateful to have been able to forge new connections and reinforce old ones through meetings in New York, Geneva, and in capitals around the globe. Looking ahead to 2023, we will continue to work to enhance our collective capacity to protect vulnerable populations from atrocities across the globe.